Okay, level's good. Alright, welcome to the stream. Make a slight adjustment here. There we go. Super. Hi, welcome. I'm Agent Ultra. I program stuff in Haskell for my amusement and sometimes yours. And I build things. And yeah. So welcome. Thanks for watching. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you for tuning in and watching the stream. I don't know what else to say other than I don't know. I've been working on some random stuff lately. A Tiger Beetle client, and there was something else I wanted to try this week. I've been doing this thing on called Inktober, which is like I don't know, like a challenge, I guess, where you kind of draw something once a day in ink for 31 days during the month of October. Which is pretty cool. You know, it's something to do outside of programming. It's, I know, a pretty rare thing for me, but yeah, it's something I used to do when I was younger, and I've been getting back into it a little bit for reasons and stuff. So, anyways, I've been posting them on my feed here on type.pl on the server that I'm at. And I thought, you know, they have these hashtags, which is pretty cool. Sort of like on a Twitter or X or whatever. You know, you go to these hashtags and like you're like, oh man, I like watching what other people are making as well, kind of being a part of it. So I had this funny idea where I was like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if there's a way I could like consume a hashtag and output an HTML web page, like kind of like caching results of these things somewhere so that we can have like an Inktober 2024 site kind of automatically built from the feed of this hashtag. And so you can just browse the website, kind of bring more visibility to what's happening and just make it easier to browse and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like you could, I don't know. It seemed like a fun little project. Maybe I might do something like that. Pretty low key, easy to do. That sort of thing. So I can like follow, unfollow. But I think there's a way to get like an RSS feed out of a tag. To get the RSS feed URL from Mastodon, first choose the handle or hashtag you want to showcase on your website, and then on the URL just add .RSS at last to copy the URL. Okay, so if I add just .RSS to the end of this. Okay. No, I don't. Just open with Firefox. Cool. Yeah, so you get like you totally get an RSS feed from that. Yeah, I thought it would be like a neat little project to like write a little script to take this and then make a little website out of it. You know, so you can like set it up to like take whatever hashtag you want to follow and it'll just generate a bunch of HTML files so you can browse the content that way. And then maybe like a permalink to the hashtag web link or something like that at the top so that you can follow on the Fediverse if you want. But that's what the web's all about, you know? So, why don't we give it a shot? First things first, I'm going to need to know on if we probably have an RSS package in Haskell land. Okay, there's a library for generating RSS feeds. Let's see, an RSS conduit, streaming parser renderer for the RSS standard. That's cool. Execute arbitrary actions for each item, RSS or atom feeds. feed collect, lambda feed. Quite a few. Seems we've got a good ecosystem here for these things. Yeah, I want to be able to download the images as well. Oh, that's all we got for RSS. Okay. Okay, let's check out RSS conduit. Okay, it's very lenient. Okay, parse an RSS element. So we gotta use conduit. Not my favorite streaming library, but pretty useful. There's a simple parser. Monomorphic versions. Okay. Source, text input. Okay, so we get an image out and all that. That's good. Okay. I guess that's RSS1. How do we run in our parser here? And some lenses, that's nice. Types presenting that, so that looks pretty good as long as I can figure out how to run parser. Okay. I guess this is kind of like what, and I've encountered this all the time, is like what people talk about when they say like Haskell documentation is bad. Like I kind of get, like I get what I'm looking at when I read the types and stuff, and like usually that's enough, but I don't know. These are sparsely documented. Like, okay, stream a parser of the RSS2, put on I got that based on like the title. But yeah, I don't know, like a quick little main blurb, like here's how to get started, basically, would be nice. Okay, well, that's one library we could look at and figure out. What else have we got here? We got im. Let's check that one out. Feed. I'll check that one out. This provides, so feed provides a set of modules, parsers, pretty printers, and some utility code for querying, as generally working with a concrete representation of feeds in Haskell. How to create an atom feed, that's good. That's a nice example. Okay. That's all nice. I want to pass. Maybe it's RSS import. Okay. Yeah. Literally. These look literally like parsers almost. Read int. Oh my gosh. Also poorly documented. I mean, this is better than the other one. At least it's got a blurb here. Maybe there's some examples on GitHub. Oh, just for creating. Creating seems to be the main one. The main use case here. Okay. No. Probably not. What do we got here? Yeah. CI failing. Cool. Good sign. M is a program that executes arbitrary callbacks. Example, sending mail, writing a file. For each element of RSS outputs. Okay, so this is like more like an application kind of thing, I guess. Okay, so you run an executable. File send mail used to be different callbacks triggered by M. A Haskell library that exports functions used for executable callbacks. And we'll call each callback once per feed item, and we'll fill its standard input with the JSON structure, which scheme is described in there. Callback process is expected to return 0 cases. Oh, so like, interesting. Probably for a very particular use case, but of maybe lots of different use cases. That's pretty neat. Not quite what I'm looking for. Need collect. Library, you can launch a thread which collects news items and handles them using a custom action you provide. So that's, I don't really want the library to have control over the thread that I do. Okay, so it's kind of related to M and RSS2 IRC. Okay, not quite what I need. Wow, okay, the RSS ecosystem is pretty Spartan. This one's just for generating, but maybe it also handles parsing. Maybe like it. Do-do-do-do. No, that doesn't look like it does much at all. Okay, so it looks like RSS conduit is gonna. We're gonna have to mess around with this one, see if we can get our hashtag feed here parsed. Okay, stack new masto tag site. I don't know. It's a good name. No. Yeah, I don't know. Masto tag site. Who cares? What's the problem here? $404, not found. Good lord. Maybe I haven't updated stack in a while. Doop doop doo. Oh, actually, I'm gonna remove that. Yikes. Something is happening. Can't download snapshot index from stack. 404 again, not found. Oh, wow. I'm way out of date here. There we go. Okay, go, let's build it. Okay. What else do we need while we're waiting for that? So we're probably gonna need RSS conduit of some kind, and we're gonna need an HTML library for generating the HTML. There's lots of good ones for that. There's Shakespeare, Lays, HTML. Super fine. Take some markup, 2 HTML, blah, blah. Pretty straightforward little library. So I'll probably use that. I think that'll be enough to get things going. We'll make our little script that'll generate our little hashtag website. Oh, okay. That's taken a while too. Yeah. Well, there you go. Wonder what's happening in the Haskellverse. Let's check it out. "18 months of the Unfolder." Nice. Why should we learn Haskell? Ooh, spicy. Shortly, I want to get information about the position of the Haskell in the job market. Can you guys explain why we should learn Haskell? Thank you in advance. I mean, shortly, you're going to find that there aren't a lot of Haskell jobs in the job market. It's pretty rare. That's relative, like, to this person's device, learn JavaScript. Yeah, if you want to get a job fast, and you just care about getting a job, you pick the most popular language out there that people are hiring for, right? Not bad advice, that's for sure. Okay, we're built. Awesome. Well, done. What other spicy, fun little posts do we have? Or good posts. I like positive posts too. SVG libraries. Oof, yeah. I mean, it's just XML. We know XML can be parsed. I don't know if there's good SVG libraries though. People with Haskell jobs, what do you do? And do you like it more or less than other jobs? Functional and imperative. Okay, so this person randomly decided to start learning Haskell. Good. Why not? And they enjoyed it. Awesome. Some concepts were definitely hard to grasp at first. They are, and there are concepts that will continue to be hard to grasp. But after figuring them out, I was almost instantly able to see how said concept could be more beneficial than an imperative approach. Wow. Cool. That's awesome. That being said, I was somewhat disappointed when I learned that Haskell is considered to be niche in the software industry, and there aren't as many jobs for it as there are other FB languages like Scala, and of course Java. There are certainly still a few. Yeah, that's true. For the minority of Haskell programmers who do it for a living, what exactly do you program? Do you prefer doing your work in Haskell as opposed to other FP languages, as well as imperative? Tcon. Yeah. Tcon's used it for... at Target. Yep, that was a place that used it quite a bit. I work with some people who used to work at Target. They came to where I work now, which is a place called Mercury. For a long time, this and Rock was a front-end dev, and then they learned Haskell, and learned how our best OOP practices were just FP, at least how to describe various blog posts and videos. Took an interest and started learning Haskell. Somewhere along the way, picking into some more low-level hardware stuff. What if VM for an Andrew Chester? Some cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of interesting replies here. Myself, so I work on the back end at Mercury and doing mostly like card transaction processing stuff. So like every time you swipe a card or use a card to buy something on a website or whatever, it goes through the network and then comes to us, and then we do a bunch of stuff with it. With the information about like what happened, what the transaction is, and all that sort of stuff. That's kind of what I do. A lot of streaming and high availability type things. Can't go wrong type stuff, or at least should very much avoid going wrong as much as possible type stuff. And Haskell's been great for that. Like I've been able to do like major, huge refactors, touching thousands of lines of code, and you know, goes through all. It's not like I just like do it cowboy style and just kind of push code to prod, but can definitely do those kinds of refactors, get a good code review, and get it into production really quickly. Compared to doing that kind of refactor in another language, it's, you know, got a lot less safety guarantees. What's up, Adpex Twin? Aphex is the GOAT, man. Yeah, I feel like all these threads always forget the GHCI REPL aspect of Haskell, for sure. So, like, there's a lot of cool... Like, people complain about Haskell tooling. I complain about Haskell tooling. You go to any programming language, people complain about the tooling. It's always never good enough. Except... there's a few exceptions. I can think of a few. Borland, Turbo C, and Turbo C++ were dope environments for writing code in. Super cool. Common Lisp with Emacs and Slime, just killer. Just so cool. And like even some of the small talk environments like Pharo small talk in particular, dope. Nothing like it. But anyway, the rest, always something. Like GHCI REPL, actually pretty cool. Like type tolls, I love it. Love type tolls, and I've found people posting videos and blog posts somewhere where they were like, you know, I wish Rust had type tolls or this sorts of things. So when you experience some of the good stuff that Haskell has, you're like, wow, like this is really nice. It has its warts. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and that's fine. Every language does. But still, it has some good stuff. Anywho, so that's some thread updates for the day. Let's check out what we can build here. All right. Okay, so let's start repository here. Sounds good. Let's check all of this in. State it all. Oh, good lord. Sorry, I haven't fixed that issue and I figured out what it is. So I have to commit this on the command line. Okie dokie. Go to our package, our YAML. Let's add our library dependencies. We're gonna add, what are we gonna add? We're gonna add Blaze HTML. Blaze-markup. Blaze-HTML. lazy markup and conduit RSS one. RSS-conduit. Which means we're probably going to need conduit. And let's kick that off. Building. And maybe we'll read some more threads while that's going on. Ah, we don't have to. We can actually just get into it. Let's go. Source. Okay, we're going to get rid of this default lib library design. It's just default lib library. Master tag site. Super great name. If we can think of a better name, let me know. I'll try and rename it before I push it anywhere. But that's it. Master tag site and... yeah, we'll just call it dailies. There you go. Okay, this is gonna be our library code. We'll probably like ship an executable for this. This is what I'm envisioning. This is just gonna be like run by like a cron job on a server or whatever you used for scheduling things to run, and it'll just like run once in a while to update the web page based from the RSS feed. So maybe we might need some caching, maybe. We'll see. Get rid of lib. Okay, so we're definitely going to need to import. Let's work on the HTML, the blah, parsing this doohickey. And RSS conduit. What's the difference between parse and parse simple? Oh, I think it's the concrete types they were saying, like O, event OM, maybe RSS document E. And there's just, oh, okay, yeah, there's just maybe RSS document prime, whatever that is. RSS document, no extensions. Okay, I don't know if we need extensions to parse this. We have media content URL. Yeah, so we might actually need like an HTTP client for downloading the images. I think there is one in the conduit space, so if we're going conduit here, that will be useful. This, to me, this looks like pretty standard stuff. Conduit, Haskell, conduit HTTP. There we go. We're probably going to need this too. This looks pretty straightforward. I think resource T comes from mono trans resource. Yeah. HTTP source. You can just, okay, sync handles, start out, so you can like direct it to a file. Perfect. That's all we need. We just need to like just get the bytes, download the image, put it in a file. Call it whatever this is. Kind of again. I'm still not really figuring out how to run the RSS parser. That's what we need to figure out. Okay, let's just go parse simple. Pure RSS document, no extensions. Okay, so this type event comes from the XML library, XML types. How do I get even an event? Do I literally have to parse the XML myself? Is that what this is telling me? Good golly, Miss Molly, I think that's what it means. So I think that's the input type. No. Conduit. That's cool. Conduit's APIs always confuse the heck out of me, to be frank. The only real streaming library I've been using lately that's seems pretty sane, was able to pick up and understand pretty quickly, is streaming. Well, streaming and... well, there's another one, but streaming I think is pretty awesome. I don't know, for some reason this one like clicked with me. So I like this one because it's got fewer type parameters. And yeah, that's basically like I understand what they do and what they mean. So like basically of A always goes in the F place here, and of A is like the stream element that's going to be produced for your stream function. M is just a monad. R is the return type. Done. Boom. Super, super simple. Well, I mean, simple once you learn it and understand it. But I guess also kind of simple because in the terms of like conduit, which we look at this. Conduit T has 4 type parameters. And you have, I think I means input, O is the output type, M is the monad, and R is the response type. Yeah. Consume a stream of values I, produce a stream of output values O, so they can be different. Perform actions in the M monad and produce a final result R. So it ends up being pretty, like, whoa. Whereas I find streaming simplifies that a little bit here, where we just have F, which is just a, like, basically of is like a functor. F, functor. Stream F. So type to type. So you don't have like I's and O's, it's like, as long as you have a functor over your type, you can just keep going. That makes sense. I don't know. We're going to have to use conduit tonight, so we're going to have to get used to that. Okay, all deprecated. Just use conduit M. Then we have run conduit. Okay, run a pipeline until processing completes. Pure. And resource T. That's quite a bit of stuff. Okay. So I guess the idea is that once I can get to an event, I can pass an event in, and then I can get a maybe RSS document back. Maybe I'll get an RSS document out of it. Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay, so then I've got to... So like a conduit XML library. XML conduit. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, change log, good, all nice. Okay, so get that. We have a data node, a data element, a name, doc type, external ID, parsing. Okay, read file, not quite what we want. Rendering. Oh boy. Okay, move this in the stream parser. Okay, here we go. So parse person, tag person, parse attributes, age, good at Haskell, names, content, turn person. We unpack age and read it, so using read to read, I guess, a number, the age, name, good at Haskell, where parse attributes, it's a tuple over outer, age, require outer, good at Haskell, ignore the rest of the attributes, parse people, this, input XML equals mconcat. Many parse person. Okay, once we define all those things, we run the conduit, parse LVS, def with our input XML, we pipe that into force, people require parse people. Well, we get a list. That's kind of what we want, I think. So I think if I use this part here, parse LBS, input XML, and then pipe into our conduit XML RSS thingy, that should do it. Okay, couldn't build because just exit with code fun. Okay. S7011. Okay, so it looks like RSS conduit might need some love. That's just a warning. More warnings. Warnings. Redundant. Warnings, warnings, warnings. Yeesh, that's a lot of warnings. Good gosh, that's jeez, man. These need to be cleaned up. I like it when stuff libraries compile without warnings. It's nice. I know it's not always easy to keep up with it. Okay, I don't know why it failed to build though. Oh, you know what? It's probably just yeah. One, that module is totally not cool. And two, package YAML source. Okay, executable. It's fine. If we go to executable main, can't import lib masto tag site. Some func doesn't exist. Not implemented yet. You know. Cool. Yeah, that's better. Okay, max to tag site. Cool. All right. Now we can start doing some good stuff. Let's get this backfill fast file watch. Get that running. Let's import some stuff here to get things going. Text.xml to stream to parse. That is capitalized. Let's get RSS conduit stuff. Text RSS conduit are simple. We're going to need conduit. Data.conduit probably. So I'm going to add that to our dependencies. And text rss.conduit.parse. That's simple. Super. Okie dokie. Let's parse feed. Okay, what's our parse feed function? Actually, we do need the HTTP client also to fetch the feed to begin with. Let's get some simple tests going. I'm not going to need the dependencies for all of that stuff. I'm going to need hspec. Let's get the test runner going. Okay, so in hspec, Masto tag site. And we're going to describe proceed. Actually, parse feed seems like a bad idea because that's literally just used in the library, and we'd be testing if the library works, and it has its own test for doing that. So we don't need to do that. But let's see, what do we need to describe? We need let's see. So we don't need to test the HTTP library to get the feed, to parse it. So let's just leave the test for now for the actual domain logic that we have to... we don't have yet. Okay, stack build. Launch. Okay. Okay, so in here, let's call it run. And So we're going to run conduit do let's do the HTTP stuff too. Let's fetch the feed. I got it. Fetch tag feed. All right. Yeah, network.http.simple. Boom, just like that. Okay. As a source. Okay, ooh, data conduit. Okay, cool. I think I get that. Run resource T, huh? Okay, we might need a library for that. There. Yeah, we're gonna do an HTTP source. I'm just gonna hard code that for now to be the source of this RSS feed file. Copy. Tinker. Okay. Then get source. Which is going to be a function here. Okay, response to lift IO. So it's just going to print that out to wherever. Get response status, get response headers, get response body. And then the body is going to be handed off to the next function. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Let's just do this whole thing here. Just this whole thing here, and that's great. But I'll do the merp. So we need conduit binary, resource T, and a bunch of stuff that it's also using. I need an example. Okay, let's do that. No problem. Conduit dash extra. Okay. Oh, I don't think I got the HTTP dash conduit package in there. Okay. I think that covers everything. Okay, so that's going to be, except we're going to rename main to run. Like that. This has to move up here. And then that should be fine. Okay. Cool. So then our main application can import my tag message. I'm going to just call run and then we should be able to check that out. We're waiting for some compiling. Back to what? Back to Reddit. Why not? Yeah, so I mean, to go back to this thread here, people with Haskell jobs, what do you do, and would you like it? It's already answered what I do. Why do I like it more or less than other jobs? You know, I wonder what would happen if, like, in my next job that I'm looking for after this one, you know, I'm not doing Haskell anymore. It's something else. And I think that'd be fine, honestly. Like, Haskell isn't the first language I started with. I've been in this industry for more than 20 years. And it's not going to be the last language I ever learn. Would I like to be using Haskell at my next job? Sure. It's a great language. I like using it. That's why I do it on the stream. I think if I was doing it in another language, I'd probably still be streaming stuff in Haskell. I just like it. It's a fun language to use. It could use a little bit more love and appreciation out there, you know? So I would probably find a way to try and use it if I could, or find another job where I could be doing Haskell, but it's not a hard require for me. What is like a hard require is like the problems that I'm working on gotta be interesting. And like not interesting in the I gotta be working with like super hard computer science problems, but interesting in like the I'm doing something useful and that I like, and I can wake up and, you know, be thinking about it and like what I need to do next, and kind of like, you know, thinking about it more. So you can always find interesting in pretty much anything, I find, as long as you're willing, you're that kind of person, that kind of personality that can like really dig into something. So yeah, that's that. But I do like it. I do like working in Haskell more than other jobs I've had in the past. I think the language is just that much better than most that I've used. You know, and like I still code stuff in C when I have to, and I still do C. Python, JavaScript. You know, I've been in the Python community, or I had been in the Python community for like 10 years or something there for a while. I was doing all kinds of stuff in there, and I thought Python was like the bee's knees, but like, my next job was JavaScript. Who knew, right? I did JavaScript for like 4 or 5 years. That was like okay, but the problems I was working on were interesting, so it was fine. But I did like Haskell a little bit more than everything else I've used so far, just because like it gels with the way I think about things, I guess. And I'm always learning new stuff, and it's useful stuff. Whereas I find like a lot of like programming stuff in other languages is like, this is gonna be my hot take for the evening, but it's like programming by folklore. You know, you get like people who build up like a theory of how to do programming in these languages, but they can't tell you, they can tell you why it's good all day long, but like there's no like rhyme or reason to it a lot of the times. You know, it's just like what they found works for the problems that they're working on. And that's all well and good. But I don't know. So the kinds of thing I'm talking about are like composing programs together from smaller parts, right? When you do this with imperative programming, you have to be very, very disciplined about how to structure your program, to like how to maintain state, who owns what, that sort of stuff. Like things that like languages like Rust are building tooling in order to help with, like who owns this reference or this pointer, that kind of thing. It's hard to get right without a lot of tooling and effort on the part of the program. Whereas that's kind of all just built into Haskell and the functional programming way of thinking. Composition is just part of the language itself. So like composing a bigger function of smaller parts is just second nature in Haskell and languages like it, like OCaml and F# and stuff like that. And I just find that such a nice way of programming. I would try and do it more often, you know. Okay, we're done building. Let's get everything was successful. Let's try and run it. What did I call the executable? Is probably just the default stupid name. And mastotag site.-exe. Cool. So we got our RSS speed here. Super. Okay, next step after we get that. What can we do here now? We can take this one step further by, instead of piping this into sync handle, well, we'll keep that there, but I'm guessing $$ is our something here. We've got to put something here. All right, so we got to put a conduit source. This is why conduit kind of gets a little bit freaky, but okay, it's a source, and I don't know much about that type actually, so that's why it's looking freaky to me at the moment. Okay, so that's in their example. This is already deprecated, so they didn't update their code example. Well, that's not their fault. HTTP simple library didn't update their thing. Okay, so we should be using this pipe thing. Okay. Use run conduit and pipe. All right, let's see if we can update this example here to use that. Although we're not using even run conduit here, using run resource T. Pipe dot comes from pipe. Scope. Pipe comes data.conduit. I just haven't imported it because we use an explicit list here. We're going to be using conduit all over the place in here. Let's get rid of the explicit list. Okay, HTTP source. Okay, so we can't work with that. HTTP source comes from this library. So it wants to take a request. This callback function here. A response as the input, and then a conduit stream as the output. Turns conduit stream. Okay, that seems legit. Was it run resource T the problem? so we probably need... run conduit. Okay, so this error, no instance for monad resource. Okay, so run conduit doesn't have a monad resource constraint on M. Okay, that, I guess that kind of makes sense. So they're pushing down the high-level effects that could be run in the stream, like I/O stuff, using resource T internally here. Okay, so we could... I see. We could run it like this, or we could just use this function, run conduit res. Hopefully that's the way we go. Okay, so then we don't need that. Really don't need that either. Cool. So that should be an equivalent program. And it is. Cool. Great, great. Okay, so now that's a little bit modernized. Let's go in here. Now we need something in here. So we get a byte string conduit that takes a byte string as input and has to return a byte string as output. Let's go to sync handle. Okay. So we have a byte string. We have a byte string. Now, let's go to our XML streaming parsing. Parse LBS. In this example, at least, that doesn't get imported explicitly. I wonder where that's coming from. I guess we'll find out. Probably conduit. Oh, because it's at the... Yeah, it's probably coming from conduit. Okay, parse LBS. Yeah. Don't know what def is. Was that something we were supposed to have defined, parse person? No. Parse LBS. Okay, let's look it up. Okay, it comes from text.xml. Stream.parse. Okay. Cool. Okay, so it needs parse settings. And then we can take the byte string and get the conduit. Okay. Def. Def. Comes from that module. Okay, it's just defaults. So we'll put that in there. Def. Okay, so we still have something. No, no, it's not the right shape. Okay, so it's not the right... It's not expecting a bunch in there. I need something. Or sub yes is applied to 2 variants, I get that. Oh, maybe I just need to use this function here, parse bytes. So this one's a conduit that takes a byte string as input, returns an event. Ooh, there we go, okay. Cool. And then I think the next function will be, yeah, okay, a conduit that takes an event as input. La, la, la. Okay, so this is not the right approach. We just want to use parse bytes from that. Parse bytes, def. Okay, cool. Yeah, so now this one's going to type error because this string function needs to take a byte string. Sorry, it needs to take a byte string as input, cb.synchandle. But it's getting an XML types event. So let me. Then we got to do our RSS stuff. Okay, it's coming together here. RSS conduit, parse.simple, RSS document. So it takes the event as input. Outputs a maybe RSS document. That's great. Okay. RSS document. Just parse something. Whatever. RSS document. And then we should get a type error here, maybe, yep. Okay, so could match maybe types RSS document, yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, super cool. Alright, so this one... Now they have a maybe RSS document. What do we get with that? So we get this whole thing. We got channel version, channel title, the URI. Okay, so we get access to all these. So, should be able to come up with a function here that renders it to some data. Call it foo for now. Foo. Maybe doc. I'll do lamp case, nothing. Let's return. We're gonna need lambda case for that syntax. Boom. Okay, so we got a hole here. Then when we get the feed, ooh, we can't lambda case on that. Going a little too fast there. Type of food needs to be... I'm gonna have to specify it, or we get the inference back. Conduit T. The input is going to be maybe RSS document. Tick. An output is going to be a byte string. And return code will be unit. And it's going to be some kind of non. That's good enough. Okay, import data, byte string. Import that qualified. And extra. Okay, an RSS document prime isn't in scope. That comes from this package. Text.rss.types. Okay, there we go. Right, so conduit. How do I get the stream value I'm getting as input? Wait. Guess a wait, maybe? The RSS. Well, relevant binding. Okay, yeah, that is it. Cool. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I really like about Haskell. It's like you put a hole there, and it tells you like what's in scope in that expression. You know, this isn't as useful usually, but sometimes it can be. They can tell you like what could go in there, what you could put in there potentially. I love typed holes. I think that's super dope. It's a really nice little feature. It's a small thing, but it's a nice thing, you know? Okay, so we got the maybe RSS. So now we can case match on that. Maybe RSS. And if we get nothing, then we can cure could not parse RSS. Or could not parse stream. You know, we could put a monad constraint on here so we could actually throw maybe on this so that the stream fails, but whatever. Feel like this for now. And if we do have it, let's just what can we do with the feed? We can get some data out of it, right? That should not be no kind of a T, maybe RSS. Oh, it's wrapped in maybe. Oh, okay. Await must be adding a maybe on there. I was not expecting that. Oh, it doesn't. Maybe I. Okay. I like they're all just use this. Just use it. Just use this. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's one. It's not a wait run. That's much of maybe. So we want to wait. I guess just wait forever is probably fine. I guess the idea is that like you try it there and then like decide to await again. Wait forever takes an argument. Call back. Maybe I'm not using the right functions here. That's the internal module. Fold, any, or element. Okay. Interesting. Learning new things about conduit. Okay, so maybe it's double wrapped in maybe, so it's not maybe RSS, it's like maybe result or result equals await. What do we do if we get nothing? Cares? We do nothing? And we have just nothing. Oh no, this has return. This is return the byte string per unit. So then let's just do nothing, and then otherwise we get the feed here. Okay, so that's maybe RSS document now. Yeah, because I had to like bind it here again. Feed. Okay, now it's an RSS document. Okay. Cool. So now we're done to RSS. So let's just grab out something out of our RSS document. Maybe we can just take the channel title. I need a language extension. Language. Record dot. Overloaded record. Oh, that's what it's called. Overloaded record dot. Yes. Okay, there we go. That to do. But then we are going to need to use byte string or text. So to pack that into a text, data text encoding. Yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna need data package. That there text. Encode UTF-8. Cool. Package. Byte string. Yeah. No. My bad. This has to be pure. No, this has to be yield. What am I doing? Oop, that's my bad. Okay, because foo doesn't return. Maybe RSS document prime. Okay. Douche. Okay, and I don't know why, but like that. Oh, no, okay, it does want me to have a unit here. What the heck's going on? Thought unit would be the right thing. I am misunderstanding something about what you want here. Okay, I'm not understanding. I wasn't paying attention to this. Okay, so this one's saying on line 23, like here. Okay, we have the type error in line, so just leave it there. Okay, couldn't match maybe RSS document with unit. So in this place, we expect the return type to be unit, but the return type of RSS document is maybe RSS document prime. Okay. Is there a way for me to wrap that? Text decimal streaming. No, we want the RSS one here. So I guess the pipes all have to have the same return type all throughout the whole stream. I think that's what that means. Dot pipe, bang, bang. Yeah, the R's are the same here. R, R. So they can go, well, unit, R. And the resulting type is R. That's only the internal one, sorry. Unit, yeah, R as well here. Okay. Is there a way I can either something like void or something like that? Or I don't care about the return type. Length maximum, no, null. No. Map, maybe. Maybe I can just map that, or I compose it with something that wraps the return type. Data conduit combinators. See? Doesn't want that one either. Is there another one in text RSS that I could use? Doesn't even want to suggest it. That one does it too. Okay, so I liked RSS conduit. I just want to fix that return type there. That. Something. It's got to be a combinator. That lets me combine RSS document. It could be. Where is it? It's not in here. That. Maybe. But source. Pass through sync. So the reason why text RSS returning like text RSS conduit here, returning a result, does that signal this is a sync? Is that the convention that I'm missing? because this takes a conduit T with a type R. A function that takes that R returns M unit, and then returns a conduit T with the M unit. The inputs and the outputs. Well, the input is I and void, actually. It's I and anything as output. And then the input type and the output type are the same at the end here at this pass-through sync. So an example usage would be to write the result of a sync to some mutable variable while allowing processing to continue. Zip sync, zip conduit, I don't know. I guess the reason why it does that is... So I thought maybe... is there a way for me to wrap this so that I could just run this RSS document until it's completed, and then continue on with the stream? That's what I need to know. Alright, let's start with this. Let's just look a little quick synopsis here. Okay, so the final, yeah, I was right, okay. So the final indicates the result type of the component. This is typically only used for the most downstream component in a pipeline. We'll get to this when we discuss folds below. Okay, a nice common activity list is folding down to a single result. This concept translates directly into conduit. Works nicely to shrink cost of memory usage if you're familiar with folding over lists. Concepts here should be pretty straightforward, so this mostly just be a collection of examples. Okay, and you can use fold mapc to fold monoids together. Okay, or you can use fold c as a short form. Okay. Monatic folds. Okay, so the gist of it is that the RSS library wants this to be a sync. Okay. Which means... What does this mean? Okay, forget this. If we just did RSS document. Okay, bar. Whatever. Okay, how do we get the results of running this then? Would that be just... do? Okay, do. All discussion. Oh, I accidentally got rid of the source which we actually needed. Get rid of those. That. Do here. That is what we're doing before. All. Okay, let's print maybe RSS. Oh, there's gonna be a bunch of warnings there, but... Okay, well, we still get data. Yeah, and it's actually showing us the rec thing. Okay, cool. So I think that's how we get the result of that out. I think I get it out of there. Okay, that gets the HTTP and just there. Oh, because GetSource is doing a magnetic action here, printing all the stuff. We don't actually need to print all that. And we can just do... yeah, response body. Okay, so we get the hashtag. Cool. Run. Super. Okay, so we can make this take a parameter now. How much time we got left? We're running a little over time, but we'll just go a little bit further. So make this take a tag. Which I guess what we'll do is like a text. And this will return maybe RSS document. If I could type, that would be super cool. Text. And then we'll just like... No, I still got a bunch to work on this, but like we can put the tag in here. That's the problem here. Oh, actually, oh yeah, we want to return the document, so... in fact, probably could just not even bind it, just run this. Oh, HTTP source actually wants a request. Thingy. Okay. Almost. I guess it's got a from string instance. Or is string instance. It doesn't. Yeah. What's in it? Wreck. Cool. No, it's part. Oh, it's just parse request. Sorry, burp. It's getting late. Okay, and that's a monadic action. That. I want a string. So we need to comment and get text. Qualified. And now what? No instance, mono reader, NVIO, source. Oh. won't add reader now. How did it do? I'm going to go back to the network.http.simple. Get response by. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We'll call it hashtag and hashtag. Okay, so then run needs to be updated main. And we could do Inktober. No, actually, we just need overloaded strings. Language overloaded strings. Okay, now we should be able to build it. Oh, come on. Right, it's no longer unit. Let's do. We get the RSS. Maybe RSS. And then we can like print. Maybe RSS. That'd be good enough. All right. Let's speed this up a little bit. Yeah. Go into the REPL. Just run main. Because I didn't load it. There we go. Pilot first. Got it. Log on, log on. Okay, so once we got the RSS file, now what do we want to do? We want to take each of those elements and generate some HTML. Some HTML fragments from them. That's what we want to do. We'll deal with images at some point. So with our RSS document, do we get title, link, description, items, RSS item? Okay, so it's just the top level stuff. RSS item, we get the title, link, description, author, categories, comments, enclosure. Ooh, we do need media. We need extensions, I guess. Because there's like a media thing. Channel image, but not the items. Cool. How do we do that? extensions. Item extension. Let's see. Content module. What's this? No. Okay, so let's of the items, just print one of these. Channel items. We're gonna need text RSS dash types, which means we're gonna update our thing. Types, package, bang bang, go. So that's gonna need RSS. Conduit. Not dollar, I meant FMAP. An RSS item here. Okay. If I look at my example here, this one has a media content. Maybe we need that. Okay, back to that. Let's go here. going to go parse. Okay, so then we're going to create, we're going to do like our own type for it. We have RSS document with our extensions. How do I give that parameter? The type level list? Module. We need language extensions for that. Language, data kinds. Text.rss, extension, content. That's not how we do it. It wants an A to content module. If I remote it, just the constructor. It still wants the A there, so we need maybe this is maybe the new type this. Doesn't make any sense. Hey, TwitchD, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Twitter is very, yeah, it's like a Twitter clone, but just decentralized. So that's what I like run on my stuff on. I'm on the like a types.pl server. You can sign up on a bunch of different servers. but that just because you're on a different server, you can still follow people from different servers and get their content. So I'm just trying to throw together like a little script to. So one of the neat little features you can do is you can get like a RSS feed out of different like hashtags on these things. And so I've been doing this little like Inktober 2024 challenge. And if you put .rss on the end of that, you get an RSS feed. And so I'm just trying to consume that RSS feed in my script here and output like an HTML site that I can host on a server. Because I think a lot of the stuff that people are making on this is super cool in this Inktober thing, and it would be kind of cool to like just kind of collect it down to a nice little browsable. I mean, you can browse it on Mastodon and stuff, but unless you're a Mastodon user, meh. So I thought it'd be nice to have like a little website where you can just I can just host people's Inktober creations. Just have a little script kind of generate it. But I'm like just figuring out how to use this RSS library and stuff. So this RSS conduit library uses some type level shenanigans in order to define an RSS document and what extensions it should use to parse it. So I'm just trying to figure out how to specify those extensions. There's like no, as far as I can tell, no examples or tutorials or anything here. Or this type, nothing. Alright. But like RSS item extension here, content module takes an A. That's kind of interesting. It's like, I don't know how to do that. Extensions makes me think it's a list of things. Let's check out the Git repo. Maybe there's like an example in their test or something. RSS document. They only use no extensions. Ah, good gosh. Okay, this is the test case for the Dublin Core channel extension. Okay, this is the content one. Content item description. Use a lens here. I don't get what it's doing here. Why would it say no item extensions? whole point is to get the images. Dang it. Okay, I don't think this library has a media type. So confusing. I don't know. Multiple extensions. So that parses one item. Atom item. So this sets the type. I don't know. That's weird. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, they can, you can It's useful to have like type level programming when you need it, but sometimes it can be, when you don't need it, it's really annoying because they are harder to understand what's going on. I'm not sure why this was used. Maybe it is needed in this case. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn the library. No, I'm trying to consume one. Like I got that part kind of working. The only problem with it is that what I'm parsing, what I'm getting from the parser, at least when I use the simple version, doesn't include the media elements. And I want the media elements. It's kind of important. So like this is an item here that should have, I think it should have a media item. Let's look at my XML file here in my example. Yeah, so it should have a media content this. Because I want to be able to load that in the website and like download this URL, this image, and cache it, and want to generate in the website. But this parser doesn't seem to know about that element. We have item description. Like some links. Follow there, target. We have an item author, some categories, which is nice. Item comments, item enclosure, item GUID. URI path, query, fragments, update, source, no item extensions. So I think I have to use this item extensions thing in order to like figure out like how to get, I mean, unless it just doesn't support media types at all, then that sucks. And this library, I've just wasted a bunch of time trying to get working. Yeah, that in the simple version, yeah, that's what ends up happening. So I'm trying to figure out how to use the non-simple one and enable one of the item extensions. But it uses some type level doohickey to do the enable extensions. Yeah, so if I use a non-simple one, like parse here. Yeah. So now I have to specify the type of RSS document. Right, and so if I did just RSS document, no extensions, I think that would be fine. It'd be the same as what I had before. Right. And not terribly useful. So what put in here? other than no extensions. That's what I need to find out. These test cases, I was hoping for an example that would show me how to do it, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, and the simple case works just fine. It's just like it's also supporting Atom RSS and others, like Dublin Core and all these other kind of things. And apparently it's fairly permissive. If you have slightly malformed RSS documents, it'll still kind of try and do stuff. So like this extensions type is the thing, like how to pass those in. You know, maybe there's an example on GitHub, just the run. Hang on a second. 1 second. Sorry. La la la. Let's go advanced. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Somebody's got an RSS to HTML thing. Well, that's cool. However, yeah, okay, it is a type level list. So I can also do this, and it should be the same. Data kinds. That should work. Data kinds, yeah, that. That should work. What am I doing here? What was the tag I'm trying to parse in my sample RSS? Yeah, no problem. So you can go tags, types.pl, tags, say Inktober 2024.rss. Okay. Doesn't like my type level list. This example I'm looking at uses that. I think it should be fine. Is it view patterns that needs in order to do this? Are they using other language extensions in their Cabal file? No. Okay, there's an example. Okay. Okay, so I should maybe be able to do... it's item extension module? Content module. Content module. No extensions. Oh, jeez. There you go. Just like that. Okay, so if I go to me, file that again, run it, we get this now. Content, item extensions, we have item extensions now, with kind of content item content empty, item content other, no item extensions. Okay, so this library we can't even parse that media thing. Dang. Can we extend it and write our own? Media RSS is a new RSS module, someone's closure capabilities for RSS 2.0. So this library would have to be extended to support this, I guess, using the extensions thing. I'm wondering if maybe there's like a way we could define our own, maybe? Yep, this. To implement an RS extension, create a data type that will be used as a tag to identify the extension. Stacking multiple extensions, your data type should have kind. Da, da, da. Implement the extension types for channel and item elements. Implement those type classes, and then boom, we're ready to go. Okay, sick. That sounds pretty straightforward. Well, we're gonna have to write it ourselves. And I'm totally out of time for this tonight. It's the most over-engineered library for an RSS feed. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Probably for reasons, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna judge until I've used it quite extensively, but yeah. At least there's that. Right? Like, we could... Right, was it like, yeah, media extension? Extensions? Then we just have to implement these instances. And parse type classes. Then we actually have to parse it and stuff. So hopefully that actually works though. Because if it does, then like, fine, okay, it doesn't come with media extensions. I can't expect them to support everything, but that's nice at least. But that's gonna have to wait for another day. So there we go. At least we got fetching stuff. So cool. Gonna commit all this stuff here. I'm gonna get rid of the content module though and just put no extensions here. And that's all staged. Stage. Everything's building. Although we have some warnings. Maybe we can get rid of those first. Ooh. Yeah, we'll see you at Twitch. It's nice seeing you. Come back next week, hopefully. If you got time. Always a pleasure. Okay, I'm just gonna clean that up. So no, I don't probably not use anymore. Thank you. Not used anymore either. Oh, it totally is. How dare you lie to me? There we go. Okay, everything builds cleanly now. No warnings. Cool. Alright, so the code for tonight is up on my GitHub. Oh no, it's not on GitHub yet. I just have it on GitHub. So I'll put it up on GitHub and I'll toot out the link, whatever. So yeah, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Thank you for watching. It's been fun. I do this once a week on Tuesday evenings at 10 after 8 in the Eastern Time Zone. You can follow me on the socials to get updates about like what I'm doing and stuff on the types.pl server, as we've been discussing throughout the stream tonight. I'm Agents Ultra. There on GitHub, on Twitch here. Not on YouTube. Maybe I should be. But you got links to all my website, my YouTube, where I back up the VODs for these streams and all that sort of stuff there. So, otherwise, give us a follow. That'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe on YouTube. You know, set up your notifications. You'll get notified when I go online. And then you can keep following along with the adventures of what I get up to and mess around with. Been a pleasure. May your monads always be free, and your types always check. Oh, before I go, also check out the link above me. That goes to a cool website with lots of other streamers who are doing stuff in other functional programming languages and other languages of a declarative style. And there's a link to a Discord server there as well. So there's like a channel for this stream where you can come in and chat about your projects and whatever between streams, and so on and so forth. So thanks again. Sorry we couldn't get to the Tiger Beetle client. And there's a couple other projects we kind of got on the go on the stream, so we'll get back to those eventually. Yeah, happy hacking out there. Take it easy. Peace out.